Government has no immediate concern regarding China Construction America recent announcement of filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This much coming from the communications officer within the Office of the Prime Minister, Latrey Raming. On Sunday, CCA issued a statement confirming the company had filed for bankruptcy in U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the District of New Jersey. The filing is aimed at protecting the company's interests and pursue an appeal of a New York Supreme Court ruling in the ongoing Bahama Resort dispute, which the company assert was erroneous. Raming was pressed if whether they were blindsided about the notice.
The government was advised prior to the public announcement of the Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
The chairman of CCA stated that the Chapter 11 filing was ultimately necessary due to a paralyzing $1.6 billion judgment issued against CCA and its affiliates. The judgment handed down by the New York Supreme Court was in favor of the Ismaili family. CCA, the contractor for the Bahama Resort, also owns the British Colonial Hilton and the Margaritaville Beach Resort. Both properties were placed up for collateral.
In contact with the principal owners of the properties in the Bahamas, in line with the statement that they released yesterday afternoon, the properties in the Bahamas will not be impacted by this legal dispute. The government maintains the view that when it comes to Bahamian interests and the interests of employees, and the overall economic interests of the Bahamas, so they're going to continue to work along with their partners.
It was just last week a New York Supreme Court denied CCA's submission to stay a $1.6 billion judgment awarded to Ismaili, the original developer of Bahama, and vacate its immediate stay granted in November. This ruling cleared the way for the immediate enforcement of the judgment, which holds CCA liable for fraud and breaches of contracts that led to the 2015 bankruptcy of the resort. CEO of Fidelity Bank, Gawan Bo, explains what is Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Protection from creditors whilst you reorganize. So it is not an uncommon mechanism used by entities that have significant liabilities that say, well, we have the ability to, if you will, emerge from this if we are given protections for a period of time. And that goes through a process that says creditors can't enforce certain things for periods of time. And all it's really saying is, okay, you have to put forward a reorganization plan, etc.
And as the dispute continues to play out, Bo also notes that it is important that no matter what happens, everything should be done in the best interests of Bahamians.
Attentive, but it equally behooves us not to assume that we have any judgment rights in this particular scenario, and persons will necessarily pick sides. I think that's unwise for us as a country. I think it's unwise for any persons of significant stature in the country to suggest that they are one side of the fence or the other, because ultimately we should only be on the side of the Bahamian economy and the wider Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
We're walking along Marlborough Street here in the downtown area, which is the home of both the British Colonial Hilton and the Margaritaville Resort. Now, both properties were put up for collateral by CCA, and many are questioning the faith of these properties as they employ a number of Bahamians. But this is something that we will closely have to watch as this legal battle plays out. Laurencia Smith, Eyewitness News.